Good morning, Fort Eustis. So, I bet you guys already know what happily ever after looks like in suburban life, right? Those people fall in love on eHarmony, they date for 2 years, they spend a whole calendar year planning their wedding, every single person they've ever known all their lives attends, and here's the important part, they sleep in the same bed every night for the rest of their natural lives. And that's what happily ever after looks like for them. That is not really what happily ever after looks like in military life, now is it? I think that in military life, we spend an awful lot of nights alone. I don't know if you've noticed this. Here's the thing, can happily ever after happen? This was a question that went through all of my years as a military journalist and columnist and author. And one day I got seated at a table full of command sergeant majors. Now, if you don't know these guys, um, think big, think built, think not the kind of guy you really want to run into late at night behind, say, a bar. Okay? You got the right guy in mind. So these guys were kind of counseling a friend of theirs who had just announced that he was getting divorced. They were patting him on the back. Hey, Dan, sorry to hear about you and Sheila, man. Or, you know what, Sheila never got you, man. Next time you need a Spartan woman. Or, Dan, you need somebody like my Melissa. You need a Spartan woman. I heard this whole Spartan thing, and I had no idea what they were talking about. Was this that Saturday Night Live sketch with the Spartans? Who's that Spartan in my teepee? It's me. It's me. I was really hoping that was not what they were looking for. Um, then I thought that maybe it was the Spartans from the 300. You know that movie about the ancient Spartans. And in that, the Spartan women are apparently clad in a lot of bed sheets, and you get to shiv senators. That sounded kind of good, but I wasn't sure I would be able to draw blood. So I went ahead and I asked the sergeant's major, guys, what do you mean by Spartan woman? And they explained to me that a Spartan woman understands that the family actually benefits from having a warrior among them instead of our culture, which thinks that anybody with a warrior in their family is suffering all the time. This was really interesting to me, and it was even more interesting to me when I met their wives later that night. You got these couples together, and they were probably at their age married about 20 years, and they all had that kind of solid relationship that we're looking for. They not only loved each other or held hands, but they were respectful of each other, and you could tell that they were going to spend the rest of their lives together. I wanted to know how exactly they were doing that. And so that's what I set out to discover from them. And that is why I am bringing the I Married a Spartan show to Fort Eustis on November 16th. Because I want you to be the kind of couple that have a happily ever after in the military. Now, the thing is, you can't just Google this. You can't just look it up and figure it out. This is something that we're going to do together. I've got 3 exercises we're going to do together. And when you leave, you are going to feel better. You're going to feel more confident in your relationship. And you're going to be inspired on exactly how happily ever after happens for military couples. So before we go, though, I want to make 3 promises to you. Promise number 1 is if you come, and I know how valuable your time is. If you come to the event, I promise I will not stand behind a podium and lecture you. No adult needs to be lectured. I don't know if you know this, but I know it. Number 2, I promise I will not bring 243 PowerPoint slides. I will not bring 1 PowerPoint slide. Nobody wants to hear a PowerPoint slide. And number 3, I promise I will not wear a red, white, and blue sweater and do any fabulous cheers. Instead, I'm going to bring you the kind of insider information that you can't get anywhere else. So I hope to see you at Fort Eustis, November the 16th.